Hello, it is 7:30 on June 16th, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. Another beautiful, pleasant day. We're around 70 degrees. We got an east wind, comfortable humidity, maybe a little higher, but not fairly low. Maybe not bone dry, but dew point around 53 there at Farmingdale, which is pretty comfortable. Looking at the current temperatures out there, we have areas that are even cooler than that in the upper 60s on the South Shore. So we got upper 60s to around 70 on the island, and even New Jersey. It's actually even cooler in Toms River with mid 60s there. So very cool there as well. Maybe a little more. Let me put that humidity in there because I bet it's more humid there. No, dew points are low too, mid 50s. So everybody's just dealing with very comfortable conditions right now. Let's go look at the high temperature for today. So we'll go and we'll look at the high maximum temperature today, so you see what the highs were across the area. So we wait for them to load. Mid 70s generally on the island, and yeah, even cooler down by Toms River, only low 70s. Perhaps they had a little more cloud cover. We'll have to look and see why they were. That's very unusual for it to be that cool down there. So we'll take a look at some of the, because this isn't going to tell me the sky cover down there. I got to go looking at the actual observations to see. Because that's quite cool for Toms River. Usually it's always hot there. So let's see, 67, fair. Let's see what they were today. Nope, fair skies. Northeast to east winds. Very comfortable conditions today. So looking at the satellite, you'll see that there's plenty of cirrus around. We'll look at another satellite image too. You see plenty of cirrus, and then you see that cutoff low that's right over the Carolinas there. It's just being kind of held in place there. They're getting tons of rain over there, tons and tons of rain over there. If we were to look at the rainfall for that area, we'll take a look and see how much rain they've gotten so far. You got flood watches and flood warnings out for that area. So let's look at the precipitation that has fallen down there and see what we have here. Doesn't look like it's all that much. But they're going to be getting a lot with that low. I'll show you the radar in a minute. Some coastal flood advisories again too, due to that east wind. So let's go look at the MODIS satellite for today. Let's look at a higher resolution satellite image. Show you what we have out there. So again, there is that low right there. So this is the low here. We had some cirrus, and then the cirrus kind of. We had some clear skies this morning and some more cirrus. You could see some cirrus over Toms River, some pretty thick cirrus. Probably blotted out the sun a little bit, which helped to keep the temperatures down a little bit there. But yeah, it's unusual to see. So enjoy it, folks in Toms River. Enjoy the really cool weather. Usually they don't get cool weather like this. Sometimes we're usually more likely to get it, but hey, they got some cool weather, so that's great. So here's the satellite. I just want to look at one other thing. Let's see. Yeah, the veggie. I think it's called the veggie. This is pretty interesting. So this shows both the it's got a little bit of visible in there and a little bit of infrared. You could really see this kind of really shows those cloud tops from those thunderstorms there over North Carolina. So if we were to look at the radar here, you'll see a lot of thunderstorm activity off the coast of North Carolina, around Kitty Hawk. It's going to be pouring, so they're going to be getting a ton of rain over there, though that will be staying away from our area. But I imagine a ton of rain. Let's see how much lightning they're getting too. So let's look at that. Oh yeah, it's a good amount of lightning here too. Yep. Let's see it. So they're quite stormy. If you go to the south, North Carolina. But for us, it's just been beautiful and peaceful. And this is why, because we've got this again this cutoff low here. And it's getting close to the water, so this thing could strengthen a little bit now. And you can see more convection around it. I hope it doesn't become tropical. But we got this high protecting us here, which is keeping the humidity and the moisture away. And we'll have that for, I think, a day or two before it starts to give way. So let's look at the latest with the models, and we will move this over to the eastern United States so you can get an idea of where this low is going to go. We're going to first start with the NAM 12 kilometer here, 18Z run, and you'll see here's that low, and here's that high protecting us, and you can see that high will protect us through tomorrow, I think, but it's trying to, maybe parts of New Jersey might see a sprinkle or two. I think we're going to see more clouds tomorrow for sure. And then that high just kind of just dissipates. That low just dissipates. So I guess it's not going to strengthen. It's just going to dissipate, and we'll stay dry probably for Thursday, and probably it won't be until Friday that we'll start seeing some showers develop in our area. Now, if I go to the end of the period and look at the total rainfall on the NAM model, you'll see some areas are just going to get pounded. See where these purples are. Over 2, maybe 3 inches of rain in some of these areas because these thunderstorms are going to be training over the same areas, and there's going to be a lot of rain in this area. But you can see our area, we're going to be dry. So it's like a clearly Delmarva is going to get soaked, but New Jersey is probably going to be dry. Very interesting. Again, we're being kept dry, fortunately, by that high, that wonderful high that's been giving us this beautiful air for the past couple of days. So let's take a closer look at the. Let's move this back to this, and we'll look at some other models. We'll look at the GFS. So again, here is that cutoff low, and again, it's just going to dissipate, and I don't think we're going to really see much rain Thursday. Even Friday, it keeps most of the shower activity to our west. Saturday, maybe a little closer, scattered shower activity, and then Sunday, it has less of it again. But this is all going to be due to the humidity starting to increase. So we'll go back to the NAM 12 kilometer, and I'll use that because gives us more resolution on that. So let's go ahead and look at that. So you can see as we go into tomorrow, dew points still remain low, but you can see now a little more humidity working its way into the coast of New Jersey. You still got those east winds. And then for Thursday, as we go into Thursday, you'll see more humidity come into the picture. And this is when the dew points are going to get up into the mid-60s, and you're going to start feeling the humidity a little more. Same deal for Friday. Now you have more of a southerly flow, and that's going to bring even more humidity in. So we'll go to the GFS and we'll look at the temperatures on the GFS. And I like NAM for dew points and GFS for temperatures. So see tomorrow, similar deal, and it's going to be warm. It's actually been much warmer upstate. They've been in the low 80s. Well, we've had this cool easterly flow, and I think we have it again tomorrow. Though looks like the middle of the island, it seems like it has it closer to the upper 70s, perhaps. And on the south shore, it'll be cooler on the south shore. For Thursday's a bit warmer. We have temperatures closer to 80 degrees, I think, on the island and in New Jersey. But it can be a lot warmer up to our north, where it could be near 90 in Maine. And then Friday, we're similar deal here. Low 80s. I mean, we're in June, so low 80s is not really that unusual. Yeah, it's actually kind of normal. And then I think this weekend the summer starts. Astronomical summer, so it'll start warming up around 80 on the island, but inland it could be more like mid 80s. Sunday, things start to heat up a little more. We start seeing some mid 80s on the island, and then Monday we start seeing a little more heat. New Jersey could be 90, but Long Island would be cooler. And you can see we start seeing some heat next week, so it looks like we're finally going to start getting into some heat next week, and I believe Long Island will start phase 3 next week, I hope. So hopefully we can sit inside in the air conditioning when it starts heating up, because it looks like next Tuesday, June 23rd, summer starts, and it's going to start feeling like summer. We're going to get some heat next week, mid-90s, so definitely we will need to be sitting inside. This is according to the GFS, but I think we're going to see some heat eventually, and it's only a matter of time before we do. And then maybe we see a little more relief for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, maybe a little more cooler conditions here. But the reason for all this is because of the ridge. And of course, it will be humid too, so we'll look at the dew points too. So you'll see the dew points come up. Here come the dew points, the more humid for Thursday, Friday, higher dew points. And then we're really going to be dealing with some humidity probably for quite a while after that. We're going to be dealing with humidity probably at least 5 to 7 days before a cold front tries to move through and get us some relief. But you can kind of see looking at this that we're not going to be we're going to be dealing with the typical humidity that we get into in the summertime as we head into summer. And we'll show you the I'll pull this out and look at the CONUS after I'm done. So as far as skies go, we're going to be dealing with some cirrus from now and then. Thursday looks like we'll have a little more sunshine. It won't be completely overcast. Friday actually has it clear over the island and cloudy to the west. Saturday, a little more clouds. Sunday, it looks like it could be a nice weekend, but feeling more like summer, for sure, with more humidity. Um, so you see there, a little cold front tries to make it through, but we can look at the NAM clouds too as well. So here's the NAM cloud. So here's the NAM clouds. You'll see. Here's tomorrow. You can see clouds. It might be sunny, and there might be clouds just off to the south. Thursday, NAM has more clouds over us. You know, the models have different opinions on what it's going to be with the clouds. Obviously, we can look at the RGM as well. But I think we'll see more clouds tomorrow. I think, especially, I think we will see more clouds. I would be surprised if we don't. Thursday, it'll probably be like a stratus layer that will again burn off as the afternoon goes on, and because of the cool ocean water and the higher dew point air going over it. Okay, so we'll pull out, look at the CONUS, and we'll look at the GFS, and we'll show you what's going to be happening here again. So there's that low. We get kind of just fades apart. Then you see they just got a lot of showery activity, but it's mostly inland from the convection. The marine layer keeps the coast more stable, and we see that kind of pattern continue into next week. But you see there's a ridge, and we don't really have too many strong cold fronts move through or nice air masses come from Canada. So we will see some heat as we get into the next week with the ridge building in, and we'll get a better idea of just how hot it's going to be. Hopefully, if the wind flow is from the south, at least the island will be spared the 90s, but hopefully we can pull it off, that we can be spared the 90s this whole month. It would be nice. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.